this is your August 2022 soul story. If you have a sun rising or your moon is in the sign, this is your reading. And happy solar returns to those of you with August birthdays. So welcome, this is Romy. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune into my channel. We're going to give you some astrological dates and some messages to help you navigate your way through the next few weeks. We're going to open up this month's energy, Virgo, with the Seven of Pentacles. Slightly different format this month if you are regular to the channel, so stay tuned. Now, you are in deep assessment. This month, we're going to be opening up with this really intense, powerful energy of Mars conjunct the North Node and Uranus. It's vibrant, it's unpredictable. The demand is that we relinquish control. Now, here you are, almost in a little bit of a stalemate with that. It's kind of like your fight to give up the control isn't coming so easy. Maybe because it's a comfort zone. Maybe because even though you know what you're supposed to do, you know what you need to do, you know even what you want to do, but there's still that last step, that little bit of resistance that's showing up. Now, the thing with this energy is because it's so unpredictable and maverick, it's almost like if we don't tune in and allow ourselves to move with it, it will come in and shake us up in parts of our life that we hadn't expected to see it, So all of a sudden, the areas that are going through transition and transformation, where you need to change. And then the universe comes along and upheavals something that you thought was working well or going in the right way. That's to just grab your attention. So fully expect that it's a little bit of a provocative month in some regards. But at the same time, what can result from that are these incredible material manifestations of things that you've wanted. What you need to do is to be able to get on board with what is happening. The Seven of Pentacles says take assessment, take stock, absolutely. But know that if you've done the work, which you have, you've accumulated all of that investment, that energetic investment that's in the bank, it's ready to come back in now. It's ready to come in ways that you hadn't expected and anticipated. And you know what? You're going to see something you haven't seen before, Virgo. This is the nature of what August Energies is about. You're going to have some incredible transmissions, some downloads yourself that really give you an indication of what's possible for you. There's something that's going to show up this month that's going to give you an incredible boost to your self-esteem and your confidence to know that you can really bet on it. And that's because you're believing in yourself. Knight of Wands says it's time to launch, it's time to put something out there. Now, dates-wise, let's look out for the 3rd of the month because the Mercury, planet of communication, is moving into your sign, Virgo. And it's your natural ruler, very supportive for you working through what needs to be put into place this month in order to facilitate the expansion. Now, Knight of Wands, that fire energy, working in Leo season for you, it is in your 12th house, remember, so there's a deep release taking place here. Some of what you're going to be doing, what you're going to be working on is behind the scenes. Now, you're showing me that you're turning your back also on something or perhaps someone. There may be a detour or a bit of a rethink or an adjustment. What I want to say to you is trust in yourself, trust in where you feel you need to make those spontaneous decisions through the month of August, those little course corrects, okay? Now we're going to be working up to the Lionsgate energy on the 8th of August, powerful date of the year. The Earth and the Sun align with Sirius, the spiritual sun and the galactic center. We're going to have these powerful energetic downloads. Now, this is an incredible time for manifesting, but it's also challenging. It stretches us. It puts us right out of our comfort zone. That Knight of Wands has your back in that regard. He's fearless and courageous and bold. He's saying you have the capacity to take this on. You can thrive in the challenge of it. In fact, you will see just how capable you are the minute that you step into that slipstream of energy. The toughest part of the challenge is actually stepping in, because at the moment you're turned away from it, shying away from it, feeling the resistance of it. So we're going to be working with that energy of Lionsgate, and then we're going to come up to this full moon in Aquarius, 6th house for you. Yeah, the way that you're showing up in the world. Taking care of your health and well-being. So there's going to be some illumination coming in at that full moon for you that you need to pay attention to. Yeah, Venus is also shifting into Leo. So for you, there's a release that comes in terms of stories around love and money and how they affect your health, your well-being, and the way that you get to show up in the world. Yeah, so you're letting a story go. 5 of Pentacles, the lack, the sense of lack, yeah, where there hasn't been enough love, where there hasn't been enough balanced energy exchange. It's highlighting something to you about your programming. Now, that first part of August is intense. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel it in crazy dreams that are going to feel, quite erratic, maybe even a bit dark, maybe a bit, putting you into unusual states. You're also going to have these real highs, these euphoric moments, and then in the next minute, you're going to feel really low and depressed and out of sorts. It's pushing and pulling you because you are going through this powerful shift where it's like you're meeting energy, you're meeting versions of yourself that you never have before. The shake-up can really help you because you need to see yourself in a new light in August. That's what it's going to take in order for you to fully embrace what comes next. You can't afford to waste your energy on thinking that things won't work. You can't afford to waste your energy on the people in the past who have wronged you or where you feel upheavaled. You can't afford to think about the things that are not working out right now. You have to focus on where the energy is showing you expansion and growth. So you have to manage your energy and try to find that point of balance. I'm not saying that's easy, but we do have some really incredible, auspicious moments through August that are going to help you to get back on track if you find that you lose yourself moment to moment. So the full moon highlights something to us powerfully about the way that our thinking is impacting on our physicality. Then we approach the 18th of the month where Venus in Leo then trines Jupiter in Aries. This fire energy is passionate, it's intense. It can bring about that powerful moment of almost like love at first sight, but it's tremendous expansion on the internal, a major shift that takes place that then results in an external reward for you. So something that you want, that you're focused upon, that your heart desires, has the capacity to materially manifest for you. Then you get that boost of confidence and you start to believe in a way that takes you beyond the limitation, the lack, the scarcity. Now, you may have to juggle a lot of things during the month of August. Yeah, we see you kind of almost like here, there, and everywhere a little bit. But then as we make our way towards the 24th, we have this incredible trine between Venus and Chiron, the wounded healer. Again, this is like a soothing, healing elixir. So whatever has felt like the pain point or something that, you've had to carry that is feeling like it's an Achilles heel now, there's a moment where you get to release. Remember, 12th house Leo season is it's an absolute necessity for you, Virgo, to have to let go of this. If you want what you want, if you're heading where you know your soul is guiding you, if you're going to give yourself permission to go all in and to choose the storyline that feels right for you, not the one that's being perpetuated to you on the external, then you will have to accept that something this month has to give and that shake-up has come in to support you and to serve you. Now, Mars is going to be going into Gemini on the 20th. This is important for you, Virgo. Why? Because Gemini is that 10th house energy of your career, the aspirations, how you show up, the legacy you want to leave. But Mars is going to be going retrograde in Gemini, okay? And so we're going to be working into the shadow from September, which means that in August you have the opportunity to really drive something forward, to take advantage of that lightning speed element of air and the drive and the fire of that Mars energy to make things happen. So there's also a kind of regardless of the disappointment, regardless of the setbacks, regardless of where you feel disappointed in people, in the process, in kind of even where you find yourself, right? You're like, I thought I'd be further on than this at this point. You have to keep going, you have to keep pushing, because soon enough when that retrograde energy comes in, there will be a slowdown. You might lose a little bit of motivation and momentum. You might be invited and required to turn your attention towards other things. So from a professional capacity, or things that you want to initiate at least, August is actually quite a key pivotal time. Now again, with that emphasis around the full moon in Aquarius in your health sector, you may be battling a little bit with this work-life balance, feeling like this is the time that I need rest, I need to take some time out, I've got, holidays planned, and yet there's something in me that says, I also kind of need to get going with this. There's something that needs to be done here. Now this is about the way in which you use your energy, and you can do that really effectively in August if you remember what you've learned. That's all the universe is saying. You have everything that you need. The sun is going to be shifting into your sign on the 22nd, and you're going to get a wave, Empress energy of almost this expansion, this kind of rising rejuvenation, yeah? And it feels like it comes in very naturally and organically. It doesn't have to be forced. You're going to find yourself in a much stronger position than what you had anticipated earlier in the month. All of that pushing and pulling and cajoling and shake up is actually going to end up spitting you out somewhere where you're going to be pleasantly surprised. All right, so keep that in mind. The new moon is coming in on your sign on the 27th. Very special day for you. I feel like your capacity to be able to see something in a way that you hadn't realized it had the potential for. That's what I want to say, whether it be a relationship, something that you're working on, something that matters or is important to you. I feel like there's a little bit of a reward from the universe there to say, hey, job well done, Virgo. We know you need a little bit of reassurance. Here it is. Okay. So we're going to continue with the 9-card block as we normally do with the soul stories. But Virgo, I'm just going to leave them unturned and we're going to cover them off in the extended version of our reading. So if you're new to the channel, there's all the details about how to access the extended reading in the description and the comment section underneath, okay? So just carry that out. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just pull your oracle cards for the month. So let's just start with your astrology card, Virgo. Astrology for August. Okay, you have fixed. All right, again, we're going to go more into the details of these messages during the extended reading, okay? So here we have Life Soul Vision, my new oracle deck coming out, still available for pre-order, slightly delayed on the shipping, but we have all the patience. So I'm just going to be using the deck this month just to give you some insight into the cards and their messages, which is exciting. Okay, what do we want to say for Virgo? Okay, energy conversations, wonderful. Can't wait to share that with you. All right, so we usually invite you to think about a personal question. I am continuing with this, so please put your focus upon that just now. And again, we'll pull a couple of cards, covering that off in the extended version of your reading this month, Virgo. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and clarify this reading now. So just beginning with the 7 of Pentacles, this is going to give us insight to the direction we will take that extended reading. So we have the Prince of Pentacles. Remember, all the decks that I use, again, are listed in the description box underneath. If you like astrology, working with tarot, this is a great deck to use because it does call out the astrological links. Oh, nice. Little pair of aces coming through there. Okay. A lot of material stuff showing up for you guys this month. Big decisions around investments, money. Consolidation of money, I feel, for some of you. will be able to make things go further, but you need to listen to some of the advice that's going to be coming in early in the month. Couple more here. The extended reading, guys, will still continue to be 25 minutes or so, just giving you extra insight. All right, gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate your support of my channel. Wish you beautiful solar returns for those of you born in August. Have a great month. I'll see you next time.